Hi, welcome back. Now we can talk about the shortcut assignment operators. These are operators that both perform an operation and assign at the same time. So for example, instead of saying a equal a plus 3, we can say a plus equals 3. And this says the same thing. This says a is equal to a plus 3. And so if a is 3, which it currently is, a is now 6. B minus equals 2 is B is currently 5, B is now 3, because this says B equals B minus 2. So now we print out A and B, and now we can proceed to multiplication and division. C and D are both floats, so we should be okay. C equals C times 2, C is now 6, and D is equal to D divided by 2. D is now 2.5 because D started out as 5 and C started out as 3. So we print both of those and let's see what happens. So let's go ahead and make and execute the program again, and we see A equals 6, and we'll do this for comparison. A is equal to 6, B is equal to 3, and that's right. C is equal to 6, and D is equal to 2.5, and that is correct. So these are the shortcut assignment operators. So we can assign and perform an operation at the same time. Now we're going to go back and assign the value of 1 to A and 0 to B to prepare for what we're going to do next. So the increment and decrement operators are also like adding and subtraction, except they are unary operators. In other words, they perform their operation on their argument immediately. So first of all, we have A++. So A is now equal to 2. So let's just see if that is currently true. Let's do that. So A is equal to 2, B is equal to 0. That's good. So now let's do B equals A++. So if A is 2, then A becomes 3, but what is B? We expect B to also be 3, but let's find out. The increment and decrement operators have two forms, both the prefix and the postfix form. So A did get assigned the value of 3, but B is still 2. So let's see why. A is incremented, but before it is incremented, B is assigned the value of A. In order to increment A and assign that incremented value to B, we need to put the plus plus before, prefixed to A. So now A is 3 before this statement. Plus plus A makes A 4, but it also assigns B the value of 4. So let's see if that works, and it should. We should see that A is equal to 4 and B is equal to 4, and we do. So you see it makes a difference whether we have the plus plus or minus minus before the value or after the value. So let's look at that decrementing operator. B equals to minus minus A. We should have no surprises here. Minus minus A makes A 3, but B should still be 4. And A minus minus is that case. B equals minus minus A. Both of these values should now be 2. So let's go ahead and run this for the increment and decrement. And we see that A is 3, B is still 4 in the case of B equals A minus minus, and A is 2, B is 2 in the case of B equals minus minus A. So please understand how these increment and decrement operators work in both their prefix and postfix form. So now for the last demonstration, we had, remember at the top of the file, we had a car letter declared as A. So here we're going to increment letter plus plus. And now we'll print out the value of letter. But we're going to print it out both as a character with %C and as a number, as an integer with %d, passing it both times letter. So this kind of says, well, if this is an A, if I increment an A, a capital A, I should get a capital B. That's what that kind of says, and that is indeed what it says. But we get it because we formatted the printout. B is ASCII 66. We format it as both a character and an integer. We get both kinds of value. Finally, one shortcut that is very useful to know is that if we add 32 to a capital letter, we get this corresponding lowercase letter. So lowercase character is character. If we take the letter for the capital one and the letter plus 32 for the lowercase one, we get the right result. Similarly, if we subtract the value 32 from a lowercase letter, we get the corresponding uppercase letter. So when we run this, we will see that lowercase capital B is lowercase b. And we're all set. So that is a demo in the last two demonstrations of the arithmetic operators in the C programming language. Thank you very much.